What is it that I do? I often get asked that question because it's hard for me at first to express that I have people walk on fire, and I get a look of like, what? Basically, we bring people together to look at our fears and to get our power through our fears, and instead of looking at it as a fault or as something that you could fail from, we use it as a lesson to learn and grow from. And the firewalking movement, which is actually quite a large movement, has been brought into the US to actually have people look at their fears and look at their negative beliefs and their patterns to see that we could move forward and that a lot of things are possible that we never thought were.
One step at a time.
We live fear every day. People often ask me, "You're going to take away my fear," and I look at them and I go, "No, I'm not. I can't do that." The thing that I could do is have you look at your fears that you've created, because you've pretty much allowed everything that's around help you create that fear. So what I do is I have people have a better relationship towards their fears by doing the different modalities of my workshop. That's the intention of it. So when we gather around the fire, when we gather around the workshop space, people know that the reason why they're there is to actually learn to have a better relationship to their fears. And to answer the question, fear is around us all the time, several times a day, and we just have to find a better way to understand it and to work with it.
Thank you for reminding us to let go our limitations so we can harvest the beauty in our sense of self.
Thank you for reminding us to be playful and for teaching us how to enjoy relaxation.
I like to believe that every single person in this universe is the correct person or the right person to do a Fearless Flame workshop. Because if you tell me one person that doesn't have a fear, I'll tell you it's not true. I believe that it's not true. I think that everybody has stuff that we have to work on.
When is the time?
If I say to somebody, I actually have the stuff in my car, I keep it wherever I go, but if I pull out an arrow from my car and I say, do you believe that I can take this arrow and put it in the soft spot of your neck, and with intention and with focus and just a small flicker of the neck, it will break in half. Will you believe that? People go. And then I pull out an iron bar and I say, do you believe that between this person and another person, you could take this iron bar that's 6 foot 4 inches long, and between the two of you with focus and energy and intention, that you could bend this bar in half like a piece of paper and you'll be hugging? They absolutely say no. So these obstacles are there to show the person that they actually can do it. And we use it as a reference, or we use it as a symbol to what is possible.
I have total control over my mind and body. I intend to strengthen my relationship with my dad. I am accepting of my emotional path.
Woo! Puma, 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 Puma! I do a lot of work with kids from different camps all across the States and Canada. I do work with corporations, whether it be in Geneva, Switzerland, here in Montreal. And the interesting concept is people look and say, do I have to do this? What is this? Do I have to do this in front of my friends, in front of my bosses? And the question is, you do exactly what you want to do. One of the greatest things that people learn in a workshop is to say no. Is to actually stand up there with the board or the arrow or the bar and say, you know what? I'm always being pressured to do things, and this symbolizes for me, and this particular part of your workshop is that I want to just say no and I don't want to do it. No, it's definitely not a way to cop out. It's a way to cop in. It's a way to finally say no, because we're pressured so much to say yes. We're pressured to do things that we don't want to do, because if we don't do them, there's the fear of failure, there's the fear of being made fun of, there's the fear of you're a sissy. There's just on and on. I think one of the strongest points for a kid to do is to actually say no. And not only a kid, but also an adult. That's my take on it. Spend a session, a day, a week. You could be with me for an hour and you could decide not to do any of the modules we've laid out for you, and that's your personal experience, and it's okay. Just standing around the fire and being in the circle of people is healing in itself. You actually get to hear what everybody else is speaking about. You actually get to feel your own fears, and actually walking around with a broken board or a bent arrow is not going to always make you do what you have to do. It's over here. All these other elements are just a symbol to say that I can do it. But really, you don't really need that at all. You just have to focus, make intention, and just go for it.
I saw it in TV, but I never thought I was going to face this. It was nice, very nice. I'm happy I did it, I made it.
You've only graduated from a Fearless Flame workshop if within the first 48 hours of completing the workshop is that you actually took the action that you set forth during the day. Anthony Robbins is one of my mentors, and when I did one of his workshops, it felt as though he was talking to me, and it's like he said, Nancy Chernoff, if you don't react on what you've learned in this workshop within the next 48 hours, it's going to just dissipate into pieces of sand. So the intention and the practice of this work is to set out and do exactly what it is, what you said. That's all we need, because fear stops us. We don't know what's going to happen on the other side. It could be positive, it could be negative. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you went out and you did it. It's pretty simple.
You can accomplish anything.
Were you scared?
Yeah, excuse me?
Were you scared?
It was fear at the beginning, but once you go over it, you can do whatever.
All right, well, this is an unbelievable experience for me personally and for my team. I'm delighted to have had the privilege to work with Nancy, not only in Geneva, but also here up north, close to Montreal, in order to share a fantastic experience with all my team members. And I tremendously appreciated the energy, the passion that Nancy brings in these workshops, and I think it was overall an amazing experience, not only for me personally, but also for my team members.
It was also great to spend the day with my colleagues that were, pretty much in the same situations, and we've together accomplished a lot more than individually, and that's what was so great about this day and this experience.
And by taking a Fearless Flame workshop, you just have this realization. You have a symbol, you have an element, and you just realize that your potential is there. You just have to realize it again. So really, Fearless Flame workshops are for everybody. That's what I believe.